My name is Simon Ensor, and this is another interview for Clavier. This is a Clav story. We're going to be interviewing Pierre, and I'm a teacher up in Clermont-Ferrand, and I'm teaching English, and we're going to be speaking to Pierre. So, Pierre, can you tell us a little about you?
Yes, okay. So my name is Pierre Vore. I was a student in Clermont-Ferrand with Simon, and now I'm a PE teacher in around Paris. So that's it.
Okay, great, Pierre. So, speak to us a little about what you were doing before you became a PE teacher, please.
So before I became a PE teacher, I was studying in STAPS in Clermont-Ferrand. So basically, it's sports studies, sports. Yes, courses about
Science?
sports and physical activities in general.
Mhm.
When I started these studies, I really didn't know what I wanted to do after, and the idea of being a teacher came with time. After high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and the courses and the interests came in the courses to become a teacher. So
What were you interested in? What do you things you like doing?
oh, I think I had the chance to like many courses that were done in STAPS, and and I don't know how to say it, but I did like to do a lot of things, like doing sport. That's like everybody, and being with the kids. So when I did, I don't remember the stage.
The teacher training?
Yes, teacher training. I saw then that I really love to be in contact with kids and to learn them some things.
And had you had experience of working with kids before?
Not really. I started to have experiences in the studies with teaching training, and at my club of judo. So I practiced and I still practice judo next to my studies and next to my work now. And with judo, I was too in contact with kids and with practicing people.
Okay. So you were teaching judo at the same time?
I wasn't really teaching. I replaced my teacher when he was missing.
Okay.
Just that.
Okay. So you love sport.
Yes,
You liked working with kids,
yes,
and you got interested during your studies in the idea of perhaps teaching.
exactly. It was not how to say it. I didn't want to be a teacher from a long time from the time I was myself a kid,
It wasn't
but
your
it
dream.
came. It came.
Okay. It wasn't a dream for you.
No, it wasn't. It has become, but it was not from the beginning.
Okay. Can you speak a little about what happened? So you did a master. Can you talk a little about that?
Yes, master. So I don't. What do you want?
Okay, so you did a master's study.
Yes,
Can you speak to me about that? Do you think that was useful? Was it interesting?
yes. A lot of things were interesting, but the master. How to put it? The form of the master was pretty new because of the. Mm,
Reforms?
yes, because of the reforms that change the way to form teachers.
Mhm.
So we really um, we saw it was new. We were the first to experiment the system, and so there were some mistakes in the formation, but it was globally good and good formation.
What do you think?
We
What do you think was the best part of it?
What was the best part of it?
Yeah,
What
what was the best part of your training?
Wow, the the group of students we were, the uh, we were really good friends, and we were a promotion of 40, and 40 we were really really well together, and to work together, it was really a good point. I think this is what I keep in mind in positive point.
Okay, so you made good friendships.
Yes, very good friendships, and so friendship bring us to work really good. And for the exam, the teaching exam, I really think I would not have it. I would not add it if I don't have this this group of work, this working group. Okay. If you understand me. Yeah. A long time I did not speak English.
No worries. So you had to basically, what you're saying is the working atmosphere with the friends that you had was very positive to help you actually get through those exams.
Yes, really.
Okay, and what would you say about the exams in terms of selection?
I think it's. I'm not sure. I work now as a teacher, and I'm not sure the way to select teacher is a good way of doing this. It's really disconnected from the field, we can say, and it's pretty unfair too. You have different types of exams to pass through the CAPEPS, and some of them are very unfair.
Okay, so retrospectively, what do you think would be a better means of selection? Have you got any idea?
It would be great, but it was that long time before. But it would be great to select people with an exam, with students, with people, with kids to manage. I think in a class, in a course, but this is very complicated to do, because yes, it needs a lot of organization, but it would be more fair.
Okay, all right. I think. Speak to me now about, so you did 2 years in Clermont-Ferrand, is that right?
Yes, in master. Yes.
What happened next?
So next, yes, I did my first year in Clermont, and then we passed the exam. So with the reform, you pass the exam at the first year of the master. So we passed the exam at Clermont-Ferrand Master 1, and in Master 2, we were already considered as teacher, but in the Academy of Clermont-Ferrand. Okay. So we spent 1 year working in Clermont-Ferrand, middle time at university, at the SP at Clermont, and little courses in STAPS. And middle time we worked in a high school or in a college as a PE teacher.
Okay. So you're half time in school and half time.
Yes, half time in school, half time university. Okay. And this was a really great year. So it was last year, because we discover the job, and we continued to learn some things theoretically around courses. So it was really good year.
You were paid?
Yes, we were paid. And plus we were paid very good, because we were paid as if we worked full time. So this was great.
So that was a good year.
Yes, very good year. Very good year.
And the first school that you were teaching in Clermont-Ferrand, can you speak a little about
that? It's a school that I knew already, because I did a teacher training from 2 months in my second year of STAPS. So I already knew that high school. It was a high school. It was a high school near from that when I was a student, I was in a high school just next to that, so I knew the je connaissais les installations, the installations.
Okay. You knew the facilities.
Yes, I knew the facilities.
Mhm.
I knew how it was working. I knew some teachers already, and it was a really good experience. Just 3 PE teachers, so we were working together. Not a big structure, so not very much students. I could know them personally. The facilities were very good. Lots of things to do, and the students were good.
Okay, all right. So then Paris.
Yes, then Paris. So after I was sent to Paris. They make us believe we have a choice, but in fact we don't. It's Paris or it's Lille, but it has to be places where teachers in general don't want to go. But I had pretty much luck. I think I'm lucky because I'm not in in center of Paris. I'm west from Paris, and I don't know how to say that in English. I'm remplaçant.
Okay, so you're a supply teacher.
Yes, supply teacher, but I have the job. I am teacher. I am paid as a teacher, and plus I have a prime.
A bonus?
Yes, to be a supply teacher. So from September to January, I'm in one college. So I don't move from this college from September to January. So it's a long supply. So it's good. It's really great. And from January, I don't know where I be working. So.
And you're happy with that?
Yes. I'm. This was not a choice to be a supply teacher. There are many new teachers in the country, so the selection is about the age, and while I'm very young, I have the last jobs.
Okay, so you have the least favorable choice.
Yes, exactly, but I'm happy with that. Really, it allows to change atmosphere and to change students and to change colleagues, and so it can be a good point sometimes.
Okay.
You cannot settle, and you cannot make projects, and you cannot really learn to know your students, but it includes some change, and that's good.
Okay, so it's a start.
Yes, it's a very good start because you make a réseau.
A network.
Yes, a network between with a lot of people, lots of places. Because when you arrive in a new country like that, you don't know anything. So moving in places to places allows you to know the country, to know people, and to know the type of students you can find here. So I think really it's good experience to start the job.
So the school that you're working in, is there a good atmosphere? Do you like the kids? The colleagues are nice?
I like the kids, but I wouldn't say there is a good atmosphere. It's a big structure. There are around 1,500 students and around 200 teachers.
Wow.
So that bothers me because I don't know my colleagues first, and I don't know my students. It's really annoying because I have 250 students myself in all my classes, and I cannot say this one is named this one named this is Pierre, this one named. I cannot have in mind all the names and all the attitudes, and that wasn't it. I think it's difficult, but The students are great. It's un lycée polyvalent, so there are some professional and general, and this is good because from one class to another, the atmosphere is completely different, and so the job is completely different too. So it allows me to see different types of working.
So you have to be very adaptable.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
In the same activity, I don't know the same lesson at all with the one class and with the other. And the kids are the same age, but they are not in the same filière.
The same branch.
Range. Okay, they are not in the same range, so
branch. Branch.
Can you write it? I don't.
Yes, branch, like on a tree you have branches.
Branch. Okay. Branch.
Yeah. Okay. And tell us a little about the work, everyday work. So preparation, travel.
So everyday work. I say it again. I am very, very, very lucky because my teaching time is well reparted in the week. So I start my week Tuesday. Tuesday on at 1 o'clock, and I finish my week Friday at 12. So I work 4 days. But when I say I work 4 days, for example, today we're Monday, and all the day I prepare my week. So I prepare my lessons, and I correct some things too. We are in physical education, but I give some work sometimes to pupils. So
how much time do you reckon that represents?
Preparation?
Yeah.
I've never calculated, but I think it's for 1 hour teaching, it's around 1 hour preparing.
Okay.
It's an average. It's not really true, but sometimes I work 10 minutes for 2 hours, and sometimes for 2 hours I work 5. So I think it's a balance.
You basically have to double the number of hours that you're teaching with the number of hours you're preparing.
Yes. Not maybe not as much, but maybe yes, 10, 50 hours more. Okay. I think.
And I imagine that you're still in contact with your friends who are also teaching.
Yes, of course.
How do their experiences compare to yours?
It's pretty different because each of my friends is in a different type of structure. So I have some who are in high school with little children. High school is college, isn't it?
High school is lycée.
High school is no, so college.
College what is secondary school?
Secondary school. Okay, so I made a mistake. Okay. Last year I was in secondary school. Okay. And some of my friends are in secondary school with very, very calm and very easy children. Some of my friends are in high school, so professional high school, and 100% professional, so quite complicated profile of students. And some others don't have any job. They are supply teacher like me, and they have not been called from the beginning of the year, so they are paid to do nothing. So it's really different from one to another.
Very varied experience.
Yes, very varied experience. But we are all happy to be here because it's an amazing country. We are. I'm 30 minutes from Paris, so that's really great. And it's the life here is completely different from Clermont-Ferrand, for example.
Okay. What about social life? Because did you have friends up there, or do you see your friends that you had already? How does that work out?
First, I came with my girlfriend, so she was in STAPS 2 in APA. And she started a master here in Paris, in Nanterre specifically. So I didn't come here alone. So that's a really good point. And social life, uh, I have a lot of friends who are in Paris, in the city of Paris. So I often go and take a drink in Paris, and I have my colleagues, my PE colleagues, who are really young and nice. So we see each other for sometimes. So social life is good, and I took. I found a judo club around here, so that's good too.
Okay, so generally speaking, things are going well.
Yes, really well, very well. I'm very happy.
Great. Okay. How do you think PE compares now, your teaching, to when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, I have memories from the secondary school. I had a teacher who was very, very old school, so it was boys and girls separated. As I was a boy and quite sportive, I was with this teacher, and we did a lot of baseball. We did some sports we would never do now, and I had a really, really good experience of PE lessons. But when I think of it now, it was really discriminative because the good ones were on a side, the I won't say the bad, but I don't have a word.
The less talented.
Yes, the less talented were on the other side, and we didn't do the same, and we were not evaluated the same. So it was not really a good way to teach, I think. So the way I see now physical education is completely different to compare with what I lived in myself.
Can you talk about your vision of physical education? How do you see it?
I'm not sure I would be able to put French words in how I see physical education. So English, it will be very complicated. I think I just begin my career. If I continue to do this, I don't know. I don't have any projects, but I'm just a beginner, and it will be. I don't think I have really one idea of what physical education is.
Okay, so at the moment you're discovering.
Yes, I'm discovering. I have some ideas, some principles that I try to respect.
What are your principles then?
Wow, it's complicated to put words in that. You should come and see me working.
Okay. That will be the next step, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, what would you say now to students who are perhaps thinking about the possibility of teaching? Because there are some students perhaps who perhaps are not suited at all to teaching.
Yeah.
May get through the exam. What would you say to people who are currently students about teaching?
Are you talking about students who are
currently in sports science who
Yes.
are thinking about working towards being a teacher?
Yeah, okay. There are two types of students, I think. There are students who really want to become teachers and who are afraid of the exam, and they think they'll never pass the exam, but it's really a dream for them to be a teacher. For them, I say, don't worry. If you work as hard to have the exam, you'll have it, and it would be really, ça serait dommage. It would be
a pity.
Yes, it would be a pity for you if you wouldn't work as hard to have this exam. If it's your dream, do it. And I know there are other students who don't really know if they are made for that or not. And for them, I would say, try it, and if you feel good with the students, don't hesitate. You can always improve yourself and improve the relationship you have with the kids. Some 1 year of relationship is just a picture of what you can do with kids, and it can always evolve, I think.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is go and work with kids.
Yes, exactly. To try if you like it. If you're, I don't like to say, but if you're made for that, it's you can be made for that, and you can learn to be made for that too, I think.
Okay, so basically the first thing is to actually want to work with kids.
Yes, because it's the big part of the job.
Okay, and what about people who fail the first year, fail the second year? You think that that's something they have to keep going?
Yes, because there are other ways to be a teacher. I have some friends, two friends specifically. I don't know if you remember Boris, maybe.
Boris.
Boris.
Probably. We'll
Well,
talk about him after, Pierre. So there's Boris and?
Okay. Boris didn't have the exam 2 years, 2 years,
consecutively.
and now he works as a teacher. He makes supplied, so he is a supply teacher, not with the exam, so he's less paid and less considered. But he's a teacher.
Contractual teacher.
Yes, exactly. But this is a way to become a teacher too. If you do, I don't remember how much years as a contractual teacher, you can be a teacher as well. So the exam is not the only way.
Okay, so that's an interesting point to make.
Yes.
Okay.
I really think. I had a colleague last year. It was the seventh year that she was a contractual teacher, and she worked all around the Auvergne, all around Clermont-Ferrand, and she knew every colleague, and she knew every structure, and she was a very good teacher. So and she has never had the exam.
Okay, and what would you say about the future? Do you, at the moment, you don't know. You're just starting out. Do you see yourself doing that for 5 years, 10 years? Or you have no idea?
I have no idea. I really have no idea. I would like to pass the exam of the aggregation.
Okay.
And maybe after work in a university, I would like to do that, but I really don't know in how many times and if I will really doing it. If in 1 or 2 years I have a fix, sorry.
You have a fixed post in a
Yes, if I have a fixed post and that I love my colleagues, I love the students, I love the structure, I may want to stay here, but really I don't know. I have no projects.
Okay. Being in Paris, can you see yourself staying there for? Would you choose to stay there, or would you rather be somewhere else?
As it's now, I would choose to stay here at least a couple of years, maybe more. But because it is really a good, great city, and a lot of things to do, a lot of people to see, a lot of things to visit. You can get out easily. It's really great. And I think it's time to enjoy it now and not in 20 years with 2 kids and.
For sure. It's more complicated after.
Yes.
Okay. So, right, Pierre, I think that the message that I get is pretty clear. That you worked well when you were at university because you had a bunch of people who worked well that helped.
Yes. exactly, exactly.
And you keep contact with the same people, so that helps as well. So you don't
Yes,
feel alone.
yes, exactly. You
And
haven't.
they're all in the same boat because they're all in Paris or somewhere similar, but we're doing completely different jobs.
It's the same job, but in different atmosphere.
Yeah, so it's completely different job.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Yeah, and basically then it's just a question of luck where you get, and you can be lucky or you can be less lucky.
Yes, but I think some people at my place would consider themselves as unlucky.
Yeah,
I think because to be a supply teacher can be sometimes really um, you cannot have projects, and this is good for me, but this wouldn't be good for other people.
for sure.
So it's a question of personality too, I think.
Okay.
So I'm happy there, but
Okay. All right.
okay, you understand.
Good. So basically, I think that's it. So if you're interested in being a primary school, a physical education teacher, then basically you have to like kids and get out and work with kids. I think that's
Yes,
basically a
yes,
essential
yes, yes.
message.
Try to
And
try
even
first.
if you don't get through the exam, you can still work with kids
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
because kids need us.
Yes, yes, I think so. I think so. They won't say it. They won't say it. They will never say it. But they need us. I hope, because if no, we don't serve to nothing. We don't.
Okay. So two final words, Pierre. What's the best thing about working with kids?
When it's What is the best thing working with kids? When it works, it brings you more happiness than anything I could ever done.
Can you give us just one story to illustrate that?
Yes, it was last week in a dance course. So I've
Wow.
never done any dance courses.
Cool.
I have this to do because I'm a supply teacher, and I have this group of 20 girls
Mhm.
who have dancing from their child, and I have the dance course to prepare, and I prepare something, and it works really good, and this is really really great to experience, to live. That's the last example I have in mind.
Right. So basically, you're now a dance teacher.
Yes, exactly. So
Brilliant. Well, what we need, Pierre, is some videos to show you in action.
oh yeah, I don't dance. I teach dance. It's not the
No,
same.
no, I know, but we need some videos to see what you're doing.
Ah, too. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I
Uh,
know that you're very good at making videos.
yes. I don't know if the students will agree
Yeah,
to
okay,
do
I
that,
know.
but
You
I
just
try.
ask them if they want to make a video then.
Okay, okay, okay. I try.
Okay then. Thanks very much, Pierre. I think that sort of winds it up. So now you've become a dance teacher. Well, that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. You're welcome,
Strange
Simon.
things happen.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll speak to you later, Pierre.
Okay.
So I'm going to wind up the broadcast lap.
Okay.
Then.